Think we're ready. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another constructive criticism. I am in a perfect mood right now. In other words, I'm aggravated. Not necessarily just because of this, but had a very shitty day. So why not get the anger out and bitch about random things that are aggravating me in the process, right? But, yeah, a couple things on my mind. Because I honestly have no idea if anyone's actually going to be watching this because it's like late at night. But I literally just got home from work like an hour and a half ago. Tried getting an iced coffee somewhere, but instead they gave me iced tea. It's great. I love caramel in my iced tea. Maybe someone likes it. I don't. But yeah, not a very good day at work. Not a very good day in general. So. Now, seems like Pokemon went from bad to worse. Well, we still have new Pokemon Snap, which is still very good. But, yeah, if you haven't heard the news, they had a whole presentation on the Gen 4 remakes, and I fucking called it from the beginning. Based on the wording from the Pokemon company's website, all about the Gen 4 remakes, they said, alright, it's faithful recreations with quality of life improvements from Generation 8. In other words, let's just turn on fucking baby's first Pokemon game mode again. Which fucking aggravates me. I said it from the beginning that's what they were going to do, and they fucking did it. Those are the two things that I really didn't want to have in the game, and yet they threw it in there anyway. Which, the main things that they put in the game are the following. Number one is the EXP share, which is something that is automatically put in the game and there's no way to turn it off. Actually, pretty much all of it you can't turn it off, what I'm about to mention. So the EXP share, once again, it's if you defeat a Pokemon or if you defeat a trainer, your entire party gets experience. I think it's 70% for those who don't participate, which is it feels like a fucking cheat code if I'm being honest. The EXP share is so overpowered and broken in this. Before it was a held item, where if a Pokemon held it, then they got 50% or whatever it was for the XP. That was fine. I think that's how the EXP share should work. But now your entire party can just like level up really fast without any effort whatsoever. So beating Cynthia at the end is going to be a fucking cakewalk, especially if you're able to get like level 70s or whatever. That's what I ended up having during Omega Ruby. I had like level 75s, almost 75s to 80s throughout the Elite Four, and I battled every trainer one time. So imagine what's going to be like with this as well. The other thing that really aggravates me is the ability to see what moves are super effective before you even select them, which completely takes the whole like discovery part out of the game. Yeah, I guess you don't have to memorize types anymore, but that was the whole point of the game, was to figure out what Pokemon is what, learn them, memorize them, and whatever. Now you're being told what moves to use and not to use. It's literally hand-holding. I don't want hand-holding. I want to memorize Pokemon types. I want to be able to, like, discover shit on my own, not being, oh, hey, just use this move, it works. Like, why the fuck am I, like, literally, what, am I just, like, playing a glorified tutorial the entire time? And then the other thing that they threw in there from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is the ability to have the storage wherever you want. I think that might have been in Sword and Shield, but I remember it from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which, that takes the challenge out of the game, because if I remember correctly how Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee did it, if you put the Pokemon in the storage and then took it back out again, it's fully healed with all of its power points back. So there's no fucking challenge. The Pokemon centers might as well not even exist. So what the fuck is the point? You took all of the challenge out of the Gen 4 remakes. Whatever little ones there were. There was, like, these quality of life improvements aren't quality of life improvements. It's literally baby's first Pokemon game mode that you can't turn off. That's all right, let's look at the chat real quick, and we'll discuss that. Honestly, the difficulty about Gen 4, the freaking experience share, yeah, the EXP share not being able to turn off. That's the thing. Here's what should have fucking happened in the game, and shame on them for not doing this. Number one, all right, it's okay to have the EXP share turned on by default, but there should be an option in the option menu to turn it off. There should be an option in the option menu to turn off helper mode, which the stupid helper thing with the fucking type advantages, for those who'd want to discover shit on their own. I didn't like it when it was in Mystery Dungeon as well, because Gates to Infinity and Super Mystery Dungeon did that too, where it just flat out told you what moves worked and didn't work. And it also told you the type combination of the Pokemon you're fighting as well, which I guess that's a little bit helpful. That's fine, I guess. I still, me personally, if I'm discovering new Pokemon, especially when I'm playing Gen 8, because I don't know all the Pokemon in Gen 8, it would be more appealing to me if I look at a Pokemon and try to guess what its typing is and learn from there. And then maybe if I want to know what its typing is, I catch it. Then I know what its typing is for future reference. That's how it used to be. Now all of a sudden it's just, oh, just use this move, it'll work. Oh, don't use that move, it won't work. It just takes the fucking fun out of the game. I don't know, it just seems like a fucking glorified, like, movie simulator that you just fucking push buttons and whatever and watch your Pokemon do things. There's no challenge in it. This is like, it's so fucking frustrating. That's not quality of life improvements. Unless you're talking about, like, babyfying your fucking game, then yeah, I guess that is. Dude, did you see the Google document about why I didn't get the Gen 4 remakes? I did not. I don't even know if you sent that to me. If you have, I haven't seen it. I wish we could tamper with the game's code and remove the experience share. It should just be an option to remove it entirely if you wish. It should be on. You should have a choice. That's the thing. It should be a choice, because if you make it mandatory, and you're pissing off people who don't want it. A lot of people like the Gen 4 remakes because of its challenging nature, and when they got to Cynthia, they actually got their fucking ass kicked. Myself included. I lost the first time as well. But then, I fucking trained a little bit more and went back. It's not... The thing of it is, the training isn't even that bad. It's not like fucking RuneScape where you need 1 million XP to level up one time. It's not that bad. I don't understand why... I don't ever understand why we need this, because... You could seriously have a Pokemon in the back end of your party sit there the entire time, and it'll be fucking level 70 by the end game, and you don't even have to use it once. The only thing I agree with is the HMs. That the HM thing was actually good. Therefore, you don't need a Bidoof for a fucking B-Barrel in your party to fucking do everything. So that at least opens up a slot, and you don't have to have an HM slave, so you can actually have 6 Pokemon on your team. That is fine. That is something I do agree with. They did handle the HM thing very well. But it's funny how they brought back one-use TMs again, too. And they mentioned, oh, there's additional ways to get them. Yeah, you have a do you want to add microtransactions to the game while you're at it? Maybe I can purchase, like, I don't know, platinum coins. And then I can use the platinum coins to buy as many TMs as I want. You might as well. I'm already calling Gen 9 to be riddled with microtransactions anyway. I'm getting ahead of myself. Forget I said that until later. Pokemon gonna dig up a shallow... Pokemon dig up a grave. Pokemon Unite made a cringe and... You Pokemon... you're doing a poem. Remove the effectiveness... The move effectiveness debuted in Sun and Move. Yeah, but I fucking hated it there, too. That's pretty much telling you what moves work and don't. Just takes the fucking fun out of it. Do you know? How do you know this one? It wasn't leaked. It was announced It was announced today. There was gameplay footage. Cerebi wrote down everything. Look on Cerebi's website. It was definitely not a leak. It was like an actual presentation. I'm worried about Cynthia. I mean, I hate to fucking say this, and this is coming from someone that hates Megas. The only way Cynthia would be any remote of a challenge if she used the Mega Garchomp. Just saying. and then use like an X speed on it. Yeah, just give her Mega Garchomp X speed. The thing will fucking rip you into ass. Actually, are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to use an item and a Mega Stone at the same time? I mean, I fucking wouldn't know because I never use it, but I think Game Freak made it abundantly clear that they're not. Yeah, this isn't Game Freak, by the way. The only thing that's partially maybe saving this franchise is Legends Arceus, but then again, I'm very cautiously optimistic with that game. I'm probably like 75-25 when it comes to that game, more positive than negative, because I do like where the game is heading so far. And no, it does not need to be open world to be good. Stop complaining on fucking Reddit. I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. People are so fucking stupid that they thought the Pokemon Company was false advertising when they figured out that it wasn't going to be a fully open world game, and it was more so like Monster Hunter, for example, where there is branching pathways or whatever, but it's a little bit on the linear side. And some people were pretty much caught like claiming false advertising because you claimed it to be open world. No, they didn't claim it to be open world. They never mentioned those words one time. You perceived it that way when you watched the first trailer. That is on you, not them. So the game is already finished. Diamond and Pearl, yeah, oh yeah, it's got to be fucking finished by now. No, the game is 100. This game's got to be 100% finished by now. Because there's about a month left. Usually when there's like a month left, this is the time where they distribute the game throughout the country, because they do need to make sure that all the stores and retailers have it. I'll be honest. I was thinking about maybe getting Diamond and Pearl, but this kind of sealed the deal for me. The only way I would positively ever play this game is on one condition, or two conditions actually. Now, condition number one: I make a poll and 100 or more people say they want me to do it, and then they better be consistent about it, because I don't want 100 people to say it and then I only get fucking 14 views on the video or the live stream, because that would piss me off. Or the other option is, hey, someone donate me $60 and then I'll buy it. It's the only way I'm going to do it. I ain't spending my own money on this unless there's a profit coming out of it. So yeah, I'm being selfish for once. Sorry. I'm not usually that kind of person, but for once, I'm going to be. The only way I'm going to get that game is if I can make some sort of profit in return, or I can get it for free. That's it. Because I don't think it's worth it. If I want to go play Diamond and Pearl, I got my 3DS right there. I don't got anything to hook up to it, so you're shit out of luck if you want to watch me play it. But I can play it right there. Card Chomp with Dragon Dance. Oh yeah, that too. I don't know how I feel about the remade soundtrack. Oh, I didn't even hear the soundtrack, actually. Is the soundtrack like... Well, here's the thing. Is the soundtrack like... Oh, what's a good example? Is it kind of like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? Because that one was okay, but it wasn't the best in terms of like remaking old music. Because it was okay, but it seemed like there was like it was way too chipper for my liking. And they used like the same like instruments all the time, which was it was okay. Like I said, the music was fine, but or get it from Christmas for a family member. Yeah, the only way I would ever get it at Christmas from a family member is if I use my own. If I pay the rent, and they use the rent money to buy the game for Christmas. But theoretically, that means I'm technically paying for the game. So no. With how the franchise is going, I do not want Black and White to be remade. It would be a disgrace to Gen 5's legacy if Game Freak has any dignity left. That's if Game Freak even fucking makes it. That's the thing. Yeah, I have no idea about Black and White. I guess it would really depend on how many people really want Black and White to be remade. Because if you think about it, Gen 4 was like demanded by a lot of people to be remade for like the past, what, how many years now? And it was getting like bigger and bigger ever since. I mean, I do see some people asking for a Gen 5 remake, but I don't see that as many as I did 4. Here's the thing. It's only gonna work if Gen 4 remakes sell well. That's the thing. You have to think about it like a business perspective. How many copies did Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire sell, now that I think about it? Not like I really want to look up that game because I still think it's the worst game in the franchise, but whatever, I'll do it. Almost 14.5 million copies. That's actually pretty good. Let's see if Diamond and Pearl remakes actually catch up to that. Granted, those are, well, think about it. Well, granted, those are for $40 games. Now we're entering $60. That's another thing too. This game fucking costs $60 instead of 40. Yeah, I just realized that. I know I said the number 60 before, but you have to compare that. Yes, I understand it's a Switch title, but it doesn't feel like a fucking Switch title. Here's one thing. With the exception of Legends Arceus and maybe Pokemon Snap, am I the only one that thinks that all of these Pokemon games were designed to only be played in handheld mode, which would explain why Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes were in the Switch OLED trailer to showcase the handheld mode. I literally think so supposedly I think the chibi art style would probably look better in handheld mode, but if you're like me who never wants to play it in handheld mode, it looks like fucking shit on a TV. Well, it's not shit. That's me being very exaggerated about it. It doesn't look as good. I don't find it like the chibi style to appeal on a bigger TV screen. If it's in your handheld mode, that's understandable because that's how like the originals were handheld. So like I understand that. It always seems to me like they're aiming for handheld mode. Even with Sword and Shield, the graphics with that, it's fine. Like I guess the trees are probably the biggest thing. The trees didn't look as bad when you see them in handheld mode because of the resolution and whatever. But if you played it on like a TV, they fucking stuck out like a sore thumb. And obviously you wouldn't really notice the bad pop-in with Sword and Shield in handheld mode as much, but you would if you see it on a big-ass TV. So like, I don't think any of these Pokemon games, with the exception of like a couple, were designed in handheld mode in mind. Hell, even the fucking Mystery Dungeon game looks way better in handheld mode than it does in docked mode. I feel like after Legend Arceus, Game Freak has to make another mandatory Kanto remake. I already told you about the whole Kanto thing. Like people can hate on me all they want, but I know the reason why they always pick Kanto. I've said it once, but I'll say it again for your sake in case you don't remember or if you've never heard it before. The reason why that the Pokemon Company or Game Freak or whoever keeps picking Gen 1 is because Gen 1 is the most well-known generation. It's not the best, but it is the most well-known among all the Pokemon fans, including those who casually play. Therefore, it is the most marketable generation, and therefore that's why it keeps getting chosen for promotions, games, etc. Because if obviously you want to, if in order to sell more of the thing you're trying to sell, you need to open up to a wider audience, not just a small demographic. So therefore, if you have more attempts at getting sales, why not take it? So that's why Generation 1 is Generation 1 is the most marketable generation. That is the reason. If you ever wonder why do they always do Gen 1? That's why. Because most people know it, therefore it's the most marketable, they can make the most money. Done. You've probably heard me say that at least 6 times, some of you in the chat, but if someone always questions it in the chat, I'm gonna say it anyway. Oh shit, this now, oh god, this is like the first time I'm like having trouble keeping up with the chat. 4 years, I think. Unite continues to suck up money. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Trust me, I'm gonna get to that because there's one person I had a fucking conversation on Discord, not my buddy who actually had the good conversation, but a different person who was poor shaming me for not having a good time because I don't have enough money. Oh, we're gonna have a good time with that. I think Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire was the best 3DS Pokemon game with decent features. I mean, that's your opinion. I'm not going to comment on that. Just disappointed that Masuda got rid of the Battle Frontier. That was memorable. Yeah, that's the thing. If we're ever going to get a Battle Frontier, it might be in the Diamond Pearl remakes on one condition. If they're going to put the Battle Frontier in anything, it's going to be paid DLC. I'm already fucking calling it. It's $60 just because it's a Switch game. Exactly. Yeah, that's the reason why all these other. That's the reason why I didn't get fucking the Mystery Dungeon remake either. I absolutely love the first Mystery Dungeon game, but it's literally the same exact game with watercolor graphics with megas added to it for $60. Megas won't fucking make me buy any game. Trust me. But even without that, you added like 2 extra dungeons, redid the dojo, and then made it the same exact thing with watercolor graphics. I don't see that being a 50% price hike. So, like, and the base game, by the way, is short as fuck. If it was Explorers of Sky that they did, maybe I would consider it because that's a lengthier game. But maybe. I don't think we're getting a Explorers of Tide Darkness and Sky remake, though, just because fucking the other games sold very poorly. I think it didn't even cross 2 million sales. Half-ass Switch title. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about the Diamond and Pearl remakes, but yeah, it looks half-assed to me. I honestly think it was a copy-paste call it a day, and I think the main reason why. Here's the thing. I think the main reason why they added the same exact features as Sword and Shield and slapped them onto this game is because they noticed how many people bought Sword and Shield, and therefore, if they were okay with that, therefore they must be okay with this. So once again they're trying to widen their audience or whatever. They figured those who absolutely love Generation 4 would buy it no matter what. So those people are just guaranteed. But also they want to once again widen their audience a little bit. So anyone who's comfortable playing with Generation 8, Sword and Shield, whatever, then most likely they're going to be comfortable with this as well. I mean, some people like the hand-holding. Some people like being lazy fucks and not actually grinding. Some people like just hitting A over and over again and just watching shit happen. So there you go. You have fun. Just make sure you're back before 7. There's some Switch games that cost $40. Yeah, we're mainly talking about... Yeah, but those are not first-party ones, most likely. Unless they're, like, on a special sale, which rarely happens. I mean, I did get Super Mario Odyssey for $30 at Black Friday last year. So, that's the thing. It can happen. But ordinarily, like, first party, or I think Pokemon's second party, but whatever. First party titles are usually $60 by default. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Even if the game is bare bones like fucking Mario Party Superstars that's coming out, it's going to be $60 just because it's a primary Nintendo Switch title. Oh, someone says with Platinum, would you recommend this game? You're talking about Diamond and Pearl remakes? That's... I don't know. I don't know if I can really recommend this game. Hold on, I might have to think about this one. Because I don't know exactly how many Platinum features are in this game. And I don't want to, like, recommend something just to guess. So my advice to you is hold off until you see reviews and a little bit more. I mean, since you know the plot of Platinum, it's not like you're going to get spoiled. So therefore, just wait until reviews and other information is out. And if there's not really as many Platinum features in these games, I would probably not get it then if you like Platinum more than the others. My biggest fear is that they'll lock Platinum content behind a paywall. Like, if they fucking do this shit, I'm done. There's already like a tiny bit of thread hanging on to this franchise for me. Like, I absolutely love the characters, but I fucking hate the way that everything's going right now. Masuda loves Kanto. Well, yeah, I mean, probably loves the money, too. Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, the peak of Gen 4. Yeah, definitely. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like I mentioned before, probably I wouldn't call them perfect remakes, but they're probably the best Pokemon remakes we've ever had. Don't get me turned to Platinum DLC. I already said it. Tough shit. Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green. Fire Red and Leaf Green were fun. I really liked those. Granted, the last time I played it, it was probably like 12 years ago, but still, I did enjoy it when I did play it. I mean, technically, Fire Red is what is the game that got me into Dragonite, so... Because Dragonite looked way better in that game than he has prior to that. Like, don't even get me started on his Generation 1 looks. But yeah, Generation 3 is where he actually got his, like, new look that he actually looks way appealing, so... I didn't like Mega, it's hell unbalanced. Yeah, trust me, I think the same thing. Mega Evolution is... Ugh. So, yeah, unbalanced, over-prioritized, unbalanced, gimmicky act of favoritism. That's what I call Mega Evolution. I almost forgot my own words there for a minute. It's not even over... may not be over-prioritized by the franchise nowadays, because it seems like they only slap Megas on shit that they think might not sell very well. Which I'm fucking shocked that they didn't do that for Gen 4 remakes. But... It just seems like out of left field that they would just put Mega Evolution in the Mystery Dungeon remake out of nowhere. It's kind of out of place. The only thing I can think of is maybe they had the coding from Super Mystery Dungeon, so they just figured, oh, hey, just reuse assets, just put it in there. Because I think the mechanics are legit almost the same. If they gave Mega Evolutions to the right Pokemon, they'd be more balanced. Yeah, but they didn't. And honestly, I think any Legends and Pseudo Legends never should have fucking got them. Because they were already powerful on their own. But as soon as you cross that line, there's no going back, and you just fucking ruined it. So yeah, Mega Rayquaza has. Yeah, that's one of the things. Mega Rayquaza shouldn't have never gotten one. It's like I understand why, because he's part of the fucking box art or whatever. You got to put him on there, but. I said it once and I said it again. How is a Pokemon that's so powerful that it's banned in literally anything competitive? How is that on your fucking #1 slot on your top 10 most powerful Pokemon list? It can't be very Pokemon if you can't use it. I mean, wait. It can't be very powerful if you can't use it. I literally think I said it can't be a Pokemon if you can't use it. That thing isn't a Pokemon in my eyes anyway. I used to love Rayquaza in Gen 3. And ever since his Mega, I fucking can't stand him. A Mega Ruby ruined Rayquaza for me. That and the Hoopa movie. The Hoopa movie can go fuck itself, too. I keep Mega Evolution to Gen 6 and 7. Yeah, keep it in Go, too, so you can pay wallet. Yeah, have you noticed that too? How Mega Evolution's in games that it's either in really obscure games that really don't need to be in there, or it's in their mobile titles where they can make easy money off of them. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Pokemon Masters in Pokemon Go. I am fucking shocked that Megas aren't in Unite. You realize how much money you could swindle off of these fanboys if you throw Megas in there? God, Megas equal money. The Mega Stone might as well be a fat gold nugget worth the shitload of cash. I'm trying my hardest not to laugh after saying something stupid, but I can't help it. Like, I'm trying to keep my cool. I play a lot of the original games. I'm willing to bet that the Sinnoh Mythicals are going to be locked behind a paywall. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure about that. Well, here's the thing. And this is one of the reasons why I say never pre-order this game, just in case. If people are probably going to beat this game in 24 hours, let's be real. If people are reporting that there's certain things missing from this game, such as the mythicals, that is going to be red flag number one. That there's possibly going to be an expansion pass to this game. Maybe they'll just randomly release it down the line as like events. That could be a thing too. But I don't trust this company. They've already locked shit behind a $30 paywall before. They locked half the fucking Pokedex out of that. Yeah, so 3 out of the 3 dragons here. I don't know why I'm pointing at it like you can see it. But 3 of my dragons here, yeah, they were paywalled. It's either Pokemon Home subscription, which I sure as fuck won't pay, or I pay $30 and have to get it that way. And I don't feel good about either. That's why I'm not really looking forward. That's why I'm really not looking forward to doing the Pokemon Shield Let's Play. Yes, I eventually want to do it. I already have the game. I got it for free, technically. My sister gave it to me. I'll eventually do it, because I need to do something Pokemon related on my channel that's not bitching. So I'll eventually do it. My biggest problem with that game is that base game, it can get really boring and repetitive after a while. Honestly, the exciting shit is in the Crown Tundra, which I have to pay extra for, which I'm not looking forward to. Looking at Mega Manectric, Mega Sharpedo, and Mega Camera, probably better example of Pokemon that could benefit. Well, yeah, because Mega Camera sucked balls without it. Mega Sharpedo was a fucking glass cannon. It still kind of is. And Manectric, I forgot had one. But that's the thing, like... That's the thing, like, yes, I guess you could use those. But then there's better options out there. That's the problem with the whole fucking system. Is like, yes, those Pokemon technically do need them. And yes, you could probably benefit from using them. But there's so many better options. And that's why it's so unbalanced. Then I just don't care for like 99% of the designs. Adding more spikes, blades, and fucking fire and shit to a Pokemon does not make it more appealing. It makes it look like it has cancer. Game Freak was never good at balancing, and they still can't do it to this day. Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least with Dynamax, depending on who you use, I guess it's not as bad. I mean, Dynamax at least is a little bit more balanced. Gigantamax is just fucking combination of Dynamax and Megas, but... So Steven freaking deserves a shiny Rayquaza that says so little damage. Wait, have you played Masters? Does his Mega Rayquaza literally not do that well? He's supposed to be like a fucking like 6-star fucking rare trainer. That'd be fucking great. You just dump $1,000 into getting him, and he does nothing. And he's literally a piece of shit. Probably because you need to upgrade him. I hate mythicals and legends being given to you. Like, make them earned. I mean, you can earn them if you give them your credit card details. Yeah, I mean, you have to earn them. You have to get a job, bust your ass, get enough money, then you can earn them. I'm such an asshole. As for Pokemon Go, people would go bananas for primals and Mega Rayquaza. That's the thing. I don't know how the hell they're gonna release like Mega Mewtwo and Mega Rayquaza without throwing the game off balance. They're trying their hardest. I know they got to be locked behind some sort of fucking premium fucking paywall, just like Regigigas. There's no fucking way. They locked Mr. Rhyme of all fucking things behind an $8 paywall. What do you think they're gonna do with Mega Rayquaza? Especially shiny Mega Rayquaza, which is a huge fan favorite. You know people would drop a cool 100 or 1,000 on getting him. Mega Audino really does stand out as the one that seems like another example. It really didn't do much for Audino, but it does something. Then again, I'm a singles battler, so what you do expect. All right. I'm just glad they didn't bring it back for any games. I hope it's not going to be in Generation 4 remakes. That's the thing. That'll be the main killer. Then like if megas are going to be in that game, then I'm not getting it no matter what, even if you gave me $1,000. I'm not doing it for that. I didn't play Pokemon Go, to be honest. I mean, I did, so I can tell you how bad that game is when it turns to certain things. I play Go, but I'm a free-to-play player. I'm at level 40. You have 5 shiny legendaries. Yeah, I can't say the same. I mean, back when I was a gamble addict, I did end up investing at least like $200 in Go over time. Not proud of that, and I feel like a fucking piece of shit for doing it. But I guess when you're that stupid and naive at the time and you don't realize it, I mean, that was back when I didn't realize games were predatory, and I just thought, oh, hey, if I want to do this with my friends, I should probably just buy some raid passes and shit. And when you do that for like fucking several months over the summer and you don't realize how much you're actually fucking spending, yeah, it catches up. And of course, me being an instinct player, it's impossible to fucking earn coins, so I was kind of strong-armed into fucking buying coins, so not happy that I did that. But, and I mean, you can call me a hypocritical piece of shit for doing that, considering I'm the one telling you not to spend shit in Unite or anything else. But yeah, I'm once the one who did that, and I was back when I had a gambling problem with actual scratch tickets. So, like, I'm much better. Ever since I fucking got out of the hospital, I'm a changed person. I didn't die or anything. I didn't come close to dying or anything. Like, it was more so like me having Lyme disease, and my knee swelled up to the size of a fucking watermelon. Where I guess I could have lost my knee if I didn't drain the shit out of it. That's disgusting. I shouldn't have said that, but that's what happened. So, still, combined with that and Ramazard and a couple other buddies of mine trying to like slap me into fucking gear, I kind of had like a rehabilitation sort of thing, and I stopped. I've been over 3 years without gambling, so I'm very proud of that. And that goes for any of these stupid gacha games too. I don't spend a single fucking dime on any of that shit. If you count Pokemon Go, I guess that... no, wait, no, that was before that. Never mind, no, I don't count that either. Never mind, don't count that either. Oh, yeah, and I was an idiot and bought fucking storage with real money, too. That's another thing that I bought. Because obviously the storage is so fucking pitifully low. Did you know that it costs like $250 to get a full storage now? $250 worth of coins. Oh, God. Man, that makes Pokemon Home look fucking cheap. All right, let's go down. God, more wow. I'm liking how many people are like. There's 11 people here. Jeez, wow. Thanks. All right, I'm gonna try my best to read the comments as best as I can because I still want to talk about Unite. iCam erupted. Cool. Mega Miniature just looks dumb. Honestly, a lot of them look dumb. The only Mega Pokemon I like is Mega Ampharos because of the floofy hair. Floofy hair is cool. The only thing I don't like about Mega Ampharos is that it never smiles when it's Mega Evolved, which sucks, because Ampharos is usually, like, super happy and chipper and smiling all the time, but nope, when it's Mega Evolved, ooh, I have to be badass! Grrr! Yeah, fuck you. I hate that. And Steven sucks as a nuke, he's way better. Alright. I half understood what you said, because I don't play Masters. I know a lot about Masters, but not actual gameplay. It's mainly like how much they fucking take advantage of their customers. Mega Warrior is quite all I guess not Mega, but it has a good form, which is basically stat buffing to make him stronger. Like, yeah, it's still overpowered. Rayquaza didn't need it. Wasn't there a mystery gift where you can obtain Mega Rayquaza? Well, you could get Mega Rayquaza when you do the Delta episode. Which, don't get me started on that. The Delta episode was literally, like... I swear to God, some sort of, like... Some random person who, like, salivated over fucking Mega Rayquaza wrote a massive fanfiction, and they turned that into the Delta episode. Most of the time, maximum duels. Okay, I kind of understand what you mean. I'm not, like I said, I'm not super familiar with Masters, so I kind of like half understanding what you're saying. Mega Kangaskhan is literally the same thing, but Joey's out of the pouch. I mean, at least that's kind of clever. I'll give it that. What's kind of fucked though is that if you look at his Pokedex information, I think Sun and Moon had it. Like Kangaskhan literally gets depressed because it knows its child would leave it when it's Mega Evolved. That's actually very sad. It grows depressed whenever it Mega Evolves. If I see a Gyarados, I expect three things. One, it'll almost absolutely be Dynamax. Two, it'll almost certainly be Moxie. Three, it'll have it, use it to sweep me. Yeah. I love the fact that they made a Mugen character out of that choice band Gyarados, and of course he has Moxie, so every time he wins a fucking round, his attack goes up by 50%. 50% in Mugen. Which is just fucking broken. If you have him in an actual survival, by his third win, he becomes borderline unfucking beatable. To the point where if he attacks first, he could beat Manny and Haster. That's how fucking broken he is. I never played Pokemon Go before, not featured in smartphone games. Pokemon Go is... Here's the thing. Amazing concept, but terrible execution when it comes to monetization. I love the idea of physically going places to play the game, especially with all the places that I've been to while playing. Boston numerous times. I went to Salem, Mass a few times, like a lot of these historical cities. I went to New York City once for an unknown event where we carpooled from where I live all the way down to New York, which was like a 4-hour trip just to play Go. But it was amazing. Like, we didn't really spend money, though. Well, we spent money on, like, going there, I suppose. But, like, in the actual app, we didn't. But, like, physically going there and having a good time. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe. We checked out the Nintendo store there. We got to see the Freedom Tower while we all played Go and caught some unknowns that were in New York City. It was a blast. Like, that part of the game is amazing. It's just a shame that if you want to progress in the game, you need to have a second job. Especially if you need any of those platinum medals to get to the higher levels, because you need platinum medals, which, yeah, by the way, in order to get a platinum medal for a raid medal, you need 2,000 raids. Just do the math. 1 raid equals $1 on average. Oh, and there's 2 different raid medals, by the way. There's a normal raid and a legendary raid medal. So that's 4,000. That's not even including the mega raids. But other than that, like I said, I love the whole, I love, actually going for walking, literal, 50 miles in a week sometimes. I actually do that with my job as it is, because obviously I'm walking to people's houses to deliver packages sometimes. But, Pokemon Go, actually helped with my exercise when I did play it. But it's just, there's a lot of things that piss me off. Like, the fucking rigged raids, the fucking the items that always constantly give you shit. The eggs that are always garbage. The fucking, sometimes the Rocket members fucking cheat and fucking immediately destroy you for no reason. Another, PvP is just so fucking imbalanced and still fucking buggy to this day. And if you're not good at it, you're literally missing out on fucking items. So you have to, physically get better Pokemon and whatever. The list goes on and on. My main things is the fucking rigged raids and the fucking items that you constantly get that don't do anything. But if you want any good items, you have to fucking keep paying for raids, which is annoying. But I guess I'll segue into Pokemon Unite, which is another clear example of a great game that is just destroyed by microtransactions. The concept of the game is great. I like the ability to, free roam around an arena as your favorite Pokemon and do moves and shit in real time with different buttons and whatever. That type of gameplay is good. I like that style of gameplay, and I wish it was in, a different type of Pokemon game that's not that one. But like the entire the let's be real. And anyone that says this is naive and dumb, listen to me. The whole purpose of Pokemon Unite, the reason why this game exists, is to sucker people out of their money. There's a reason why it's called a free-to-start game. It's not designed to be friendly. If you physically didn't spend a penny in the game the entire time, congratulations, you're not their target audience. You can still have fun with it. Go ahead and have fun. But keep in mind, you are not the person they're after. They're after the people who have bad spending habits. They're after the people who are rich son of a bitches who don't give a fuck about their money. And they're also out of the people who are like myself, who are or were gamble addicts and don't know how to fucking control themselves. Those people are the kind of guys the kind of people they prey on. And that's how they make a shitload of fucking money. It wouldn't surprise me if they already made $20 million, maybe, or $50 million in this first month. So far, financial status has not been announced. I have no idea when it's going to be. And I'm just waiting for the day. But this game is killing the Pokemon franchise each and every second someone plays it. Because if you yourself don't spend money in it, if like me talking about it isn't helping the case, but hopefully I'm trying to spread a message telling you not to do it. But like anyone that fucking plays the game and streams it or whatever, they're a bad influence because they could also be suckering more people in. Cerebi.net is also a piece of shit for accidentally promoting the fucking premium costumes on their website. Yeah, I guess Cinderace and Pikachu and Greninja look amazing in those outfits, but you have to keep in mind, you need fucking like $40 in total to get them all. You are literally advertising spending money in Pokemon Unite. Even if you did it by accident, you're still doing it. So, that's the thing. This game is very, very predatory, and you have to beware about it. Let's look at the chat real quick. Excuse me, I mean, alright, Infinity Energy is the dumbest, funny thing about Delta episode. Love it. Yeah. Dynamax should be banned in singles. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I want to see the choice ban Gyarados as a Fire Gauntlet now. Next time I do a Mugen Marathon, I'll do that. Already banned in OU. Ubers. Alright. As a semi-go player and an Instinct member, I don't quite care for progression. That's, I mean, if you just throw on the app to just have a good time and randomly catch it and go for a walk, the game's perfectly harmless. It's when you're trying to actually fill the decks out, especially the fucking shiny decks, that's when you have a problem and you will not be able to progress without spending money. And shame on Niantic for paywalling events too. Like, it's one of those things. It's like I understand, like having to like the option to spend money to progress to actually participate in the events and not like use coins and shit is fucking scummy. Especially when if you don't pay for those events, you are missing out on so much content. You might as well not even play that weekend to do the event. And it's literally insulting. They actively punish players who don't fucking who don't pay up. Another thing annoying about Go is that they never fixed the rolling system for charge moves. What do you mean the rolling system? You mean like the randomized system? No, they did that on purpose so you'd have to fucking do more raids to get more charge TMs. That's done on purpose. Or you spend the $13 on the fucking Community Day box to get the elite charge TM so you can pick the item you want. Yeah, it's conveniently how those boxes are like fucking $15 each now. Pokemon Unite is great. You are just a hater. I'm not a hater. Pokemon Unite, I've already mentioned Pokemon Unite has great gameplay. It's just the monetization can go suck a dick. I definitely don't hate Pokemon Unite for its gameplay. I've mentioned before that the gameplay is the best part about it. If you take the monetization shit out of it and you just play the game as is, which is kind of hard with the Pokemon, but let's just pretend you have access to all the Pokemon, you can just play casual matches. The game is entertaining and it is fun. That's the thing. But like the monetization behind it and like how things are ludicrously overpriced is fucking ridiculous. I can't stress enough that I think the gameplay is very good in Pokemon Unite. Remember that I said that. But sometimes having gameplay that is good is probably not helping the cause, because it is good. Then people defend the monetization and sweep it under the rug like it's not a big deal at all. It's like, just because the game is good does not give it the pass. Same thing with Genshin Impact. People are finally waking the fuck up with that game because they're getting treated like shit on a constant basis, and they got slapped across the face again during the year anniversary, and they finally woke the fuck up. Yeah, maybe the game isn't as good. It's like, yeah, the gameplay is phenomenal, but that doesn't mean the game itself is good. Unite is cool, I get that, but laddering is hell, and I mean it. Like, laddering is in like progressing like through the ranks. I think that's what you mean. The fact that Tencent evolves just make it work. That's the thing. Like, what like free game has that Tencent made is like actually like fucking good and not monetize up the ass. The two games that come to mind when with Tencent is PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, and just look how much money they fucking make. Millions of dollars a day on average. It wouldn't surprise me if Unite's going to push that amount of money too. You couldn't pay me to play Unite. Yeah, that's what I said too. I said, yeah. Well, at first I said, hey, give me $100 and I'll play Unite on a live stream, but I changed my mind. I don't want your $100. Because the first thing I thought of is him. Technically, they're paying. It's like if they give me $100 to play Unite, that means technically they're paying for Pokemon Unite, which is the exact thing I'd said not to do. So that means I'd be a big hypocrite if I were to say that. So no, don't do it. Pokemon Unite was designed to target Chinese and Asian players. I mean, that's partially true. It does, yeah. I can, with this being a MOBA, I can actually see that being true, but that's not their only target audience. Unite is geared towards millionaires. Unite is geared toward millionaires or anybody that does not know how to handle the value of a dollar. Because remember that, like, a whale doesn't necessarily have to be a millionaire. A whale just means anybody who dumps a shitload of money into a game. Even if you max out a credit card and put yourself into fucking financial debt just to play a fucking game, and you literally have no money in your bank account, that still counts as you being a whale, because you're dumping money into the game. It doesn't necessarily matter how much money you have on you, it's how much money you're spending, which is bad in some cases, because those who do have that sort of problem, like, I know somebody who, I'm not going to mention their name because I don't like singling the people out, but I know someone who plays Mario Kart Tour. It's not my buddy from Belgium, it's somebody else. Who he gives excuses as to why he wants to buy currency for the game so he could get special characters and shit. Like, there was a golden Koopa Troopa. He spent fucking $45 trying to get him. I caught him red-handed. Like, $45 on a fucking character. I just don't understand that. Alright, let's actually, hold on a second. Speaking of which, $40 for a fucking skin in Unite. And people are defending that. How do you defend that? $40. I'm just gonna do the same thing that Arlo did. $40 for a Ninetales skin. You can buy 2/3 of a Nintendo Switch title with that. If you put another 20 to that, you could have had the Diamond and Pearl remakes. You could buy Spyro or Crash Trilogy for the same fucking price. Actually, I think they might even be cheaper than that. I know Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated was $30. Yeah, an entire game costs less than one virtual skin. Tell me, like, all right, someone in the chat, please tell me, and just try to think of a valid excuse, even if you don't agree. Think of the best possible excuse why $40 for a skin is a good purchase. Why is $40 for a skin a good purchase? Just let me know right now. I want to hear. I want to see like a. I want someone to come up with a good reason. Convince me. Like, I'm giving you the chance. Please convince me. Because I don't understand how anyone can see that as not a ripoff. Unless maybe you compare it to Valorant, which, I guess it's not a $90 skin. It's a very poor comparison, but... The game is more casual, so less hardcore players are aiming for the latter. Okay. Pokemon Unite is basically helping the Chinese Communist Party make everyone's lives even more miserable. That's kind of dark, but I'm not going to disagree with him. Seriously, I was tilting like mad in lettering mainly due to bad players being paired up with zero communications. Yeah, that's the thing with this game. Like, it's very poorly fucking managed. They release characters that have bugs, glitches, and need to be patched like day one. Like none of them fucking test this shit at all. It's like I guess that's understandable to some regard, because I guess you let the players freaking report on that, which does help. Maybe something slipped through the cracks, but it seems like literally every single Pokemon that gets released now, there's some sort of problem with it. Blastoise had an infinite glitch with one of its ultimate moves. Fucking Sylveon was fucking broken. Mamoswine was fucking broken. Actually, I think Cinderace was fucking broken too. Yeah, I'm saying the F word too many times, but sorry, I'm just irritated. No, sorry, yes, Jojo and Cerebi. He's a bad apple. Alright, probably. Joe does show concern when he tweets about addressing issues. I remember him throwing a tantrum when Self Spectre did a video on why Pokemon games are getting worse. Well, I'm not defending him, but in his case, when you have a fucking platform that does nothing but fucking promote Pokemon the entire time, you obviously want to have Pokemon in the highest light possible so your site gets more views. Makes sense. You don't want people think. Obviously, he's gonna be pissed when people are fucking posting Pokemon's going to shit. Then if that's the case, more people are gonna leave and not click on his website. Kind of makes sense. There's advertisements on that site for a reason. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Mario Kart Tour, 5 Minute Hill, and nothing but a gacha game. Yeah, and so is Pokemon Masters. You can't defend that. I guess you mean the $40 skin. Skins are utter BS. Simple. It's not a good purchase no matter what game. There's no good reason to spend $40 on a skin. $40 on a skin? Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. Unless you got nothing better to do with your life. See? No one can come up with a valid reason. I win. Oh, you bet your sweet ass. That Lucario skin they showed off in the beta, the one that looks like Sir whatever his name is from the fucking movie, you bet your ass that's going to be the next $40 skin. And these dumbass motherfuckers will buy it. Come on. They tried pulling this shit with Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales. That's probably on the least of the spectrum. Here's the Alolan Ninetales skin is I guess it's not really the bait. Let's see, what am I thinking? It's the test. This is the test. They're throwing this price tag of $40 and making it ludicrously overpriced. Imagine if the Lucario skin is only $30. Oh, I guess it's way better because the price went down. And it's my favorite Pokemon. I gotta get it. It's cheaper than the Alolan Ninetales one. Telling me they're not fucking setting some shit up. I didn't run into those glitches in Unite. Well, they probably got patched by now. That's the thing. They do get patched within several days of people reporting them, but it's more of just louder being opinions. Showdown, showdown for it's free over paying subscription. I almost forgot about that game too. I wasn't even going to try to defend it. If you want to make a review on YouTube and get all the money back from YouTube, like that's the thing. Well, oh, are you talking about like me doing Diamond and Pearl? Yeah, I mean, unless here's the thing. The only way I would ever get enough like ad revenue from views is if I somehow got the game early, like a month early, and posted a review super early. And therefore, I'm the first one to do a review. That's the only way I would get a shitload of views. That's the only way. I appreciate all of you guys who are in the chat right now, and I can't stress enough, but I ain't getting like millions of. I am not getting millions of views on that type of review. I mean, granted, it's probably gonna go. Even if I do a review, I can guarantee it's probably gonna go better than my last review on a remake. Looking at you, Omega Ruby. If you buy a $40 skin and review, maybe you could. Why would I buy the 40? How is buying the $40 skin gonna help me with the review? Sir Aaron skin in the Halloween costume. Oh, is that what they're doing? Yeah, Sir Aaron, that's what it is. Thank you. I couldn't think of his name. Oh, freaking yeah. Is that seriously what they're gonna do for Halloween? That's. Oh, so you have a ton of subscribers. Those are the people that would probably. I mean, all right. Here, I mean, I really don't want to say this because it's gonna make me sound like I don't care, but I do. Just do not take this the wrong way when I say this. The amount of subscribers I have will not earn me very much ad revenue at all. I'm not saying I don't appreciate that. I threw on monetization just for the fuck of it, just to see if I could get an algorithm boost or something. I did it for the hell of it. It wasn't mainly for the money. I just threw on monetization just to see what the fuck would happen. I got a little bit, which is fine, but that's not the main reason why I do it. This stream isn't even monetized. Hell, I don't even think I monetized the last several streams that I did, if I'm being honest. I think I just forgot to do it, which is fine. I'm not in it for the money. But 10 people, 3 likes. I mean, excuse me. I need a freaking drink of water. I had an iced beverage, but it was gross, so I didn't even drink it. But yeah, like I don't want people to think like I'm in it for the money or whatever. That's not like I threw on monetization, yeah, but I don't know. It was one of those things where I just wanted to see if I could get like an algorithm boost or whatever, or maybe by some miracle make Mugen relevant again. That was my biggest objective. Like, I'm gonna do it just for the hell of it. But I mean, granted, I think maybe that helped with the CC video I did on Unite. There was a rigged pay to win, because that one was like my biggest freaking CC video to date. Like, it had so much attention on it, and compared to all my other ones, I think it had like 2.6 thousand views, which doesn't seem like a lot, but if you compare it to literally all of my other CC videos, that kicks their ass in comparison. It's like 10 times the views I normally get. So, which is awesome. Like, I had a lot of enjoyment making that one, because there was a lot of people that actually gave good opinions, whether it was with or against me. And I legitimately liked talking with all of them. Like, that's what I mean. There are some good people in the community if you look for them, and they can all have a good conversation without like just being down each other's throats and shit, which I like. Just like, well, unlike that one person in the chat that randomly says I'm a fucking hater and I just need to suck it up and play the game anyway. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. It's like that kind of shit. No, that never. I don't really give a fuck about that. If you had a good, valid argument as to why I should play Pokemon Unite, maybe you should have done that. You know what I mean? That's what the whole CC video is about: constructive criticism. I'm giving my own reason why I don't like the game or why I think the game is bad. Why don't you give your reason why you think the game is good instead of fucking calling me a name and demanding I play it anyway? You know what I mean? That's the whole point of constructive arguments. You can have an argument, you can have opposing arguments without actually like being a dick about it or like shoving something down someone's throat or saying that they're wrong or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's the whole point with that. Oh, and I guess going back to that other thing I was going to mention, where someone, I'm not, once again, I'm not going to mention their name just because like I don't like, I guess that technically mentioning somebody's name even their Discord username is technically doxing. I don't want to do that. But pretty much we got into an argument over why he's it's okay to spend so much money in Pokemon Unite. And yes, to answer your question, he did buy the fucking $40 skin. He bought both season passes. He's bought the Greninja skin. He's probably spent at least fucking $400 in this game, if I had to estimate. And pretty much, I'm not having a good time with Pokemon Unite because I'm too poor to have a good time. I don't have enough money to enjoy myself playing this game. So it's my fault for not earning enough money with my job yet to have a proper experience. Poor shaming me, in other words. Oh, I guess maybe if I wasn't a poor son of a bitch or a cheap piece of shit, maybe I would be able to actually enjoy Pokemon games from now on. Does anybody notice how fucked that sounds? Well, luckily, I have an intelligence that's better than a fucking high school student, so I won't be pressured in to spending fucking money to be quote unquote better of a person to be able to fucking play a game. $400 on a single game, hilarious. I mean, it's fucking sad, actually. There's some people that spend more than that on like FIFA and Madden. The only thing that I'm playing again is RuneScape, but old school RuneScape, because regular RuneScape is still monetized up the fucking ass. But at least with old school RuneScape, with the older servers, it's just a one-time membership fee of like $7 a month, $7 a month, which I don't mind paying a subscription as long as I'm able to like do a bunch of shit in it. It's not like Mario Kart Tour's $5 subscription where you only get extra items and shit in 200cc. At least I can like. At least with RuneScape, I can actually play the entirety of the game and have a really good fucking time throughout it. I mean, I guess I can't. I don't know. There's no real excuse for that, but still, that's why I stick to old school RuneScape. We're dealing with someone that had no life and spends more on Pokemon stuff. Well, are you talking about me or him? Because I've spent $400 on Pokemon stuff. But that's like the stuff in my room, like the plush, the cards, the figures. Okay, here's a valid argument. I'm not saying what I did is better, but here's one thing that I can say. Yes, it is a shitload of money to spend on Pokemon anything. I get that. But what happens when, and yes, I'm saying when, what happens when the Pokemon Unite servers go down and you can't play the game anymore? Where does all that money go? What's that money going to now? You can't physically play the game anymore, and you can't show off those skins you bought. So what do you have to show for that $400 now? The answer is nothing. Absolutely nothing. The stuff I have in my room, it's mine for the rest of my life. And if I ever were to have a kid, I'd probably give it to them. So therefore, it's stuff, it's physical stuff that I can actually do things with, and they're permanently mine. Unlike something on a game, which, especially a live service, because that's what Unite is, it's a live service, that could go down. We've already seen some shit happen with, remember Dr. Mario World? That shit's gonna go down, like, very soon. I think it's, like, early November. That thing fucking shit hit, fucking dies on its deathbed or whatever the fuck. Oh, shits the bed. That's the thing that's the phrase I was trying to think of. Yeah, that's the day it shits the bed and it's gone for good. And anyone who spent money in that game just wasted fucking money. Granted, I guess the same thing could be said with Pokemon Go, what I did as well. And obviously that's money I'm not getting back. Same thing with all the money that I gambled on scratch tickets. I ain't getting that back either. But lessons learned, you move on. You learn, like, you don't fucking sucker into shit like that. Mario Golf Super Rush is still Lee's favorite entry. I would love to know why, actually. Because I gave it a... Fuck, what did I give it? A 4 out of 10? 3 out of 10? 4 out of 10. I think I gave it a 4 out of 10. But that was the base game before the improved DLC, though. I'm just curious to see what your opinion is on the game. Money goes to CCP's pockets. I heard a comedian say something that I'm not sure I should be saying in stream. Probably could apply that the guy poor shaming you. No, it's one of those things that it's... I don't even know how that's a valid argument. I really don't. Even if I did have as much money as... I don't even know how much money he has. For all we know, he could be one of those people that are literally maxing out credit cards and is an assload of debt just to fucking get a Ninetales skin. Who the fuck knows? But still, regardless how much money I had, I would not spend that much fucking money on a skin. I would 100% buy Diamond and Pearl, one of the games. I would buy Diamond or Pearl. I would buy those remakes, or one of the remakes, any day before I would spend a fucking penny on a virtual outfit in a game. I mean, if there was a way to get the costume for free by grinding or whatever, then maybe. But a lot of these things are fucking paywall with the premium currency only. You can somehow get premium currency within the loot boxes, but it's like 3 to 5 at a time if you actually get that roll. And you need, like, how many fucking gems? You need, like, 2,400 gems just to get the Ninetales skin? Yeah, you would literally have to play Pokemon Unite and for at least 80 years before you're able to get that skin. And let's face it, the game ain't going to be around for 80 years. It probably won't even be around for 5. Still needs more, to be honest. That's the thing that I said, too. It was lacking in content from the beginning. The story mode is fucking garbage, too. I'm not going to go into that because I'd recommend watching Waluigi Fan's review on that because him and I do a collab review. I did one as well, but mine's just a black screen. Watch his. Waluigi Fan 32, watch his video, please, if you want to hear a full review on that. It's very lengthy, and we go into a lot of big conversations on it. But it was a fun time talking about it. But I never downloaded Dr. Mario World. I love Dr. Mario, but that game looks so boring. Uh, with that game, the multiplayer was fun. But the thing of it is that you needed you still needed like various different doctors or whatever, which you had to deal with the gacha system, so it's not even worth your time. I don't hate Mario Golf Super Rush, but it's just not as fun as World Tour or Hot Just Golf 3 and 4. World Tour was great. World Tour had a bunch of content in it. World Tour had better animations, better presentation, a lot more content, a lot more customization. There's just a lot of things missing in Super Rush. I still find it baffling how you're not able to... there's no replay option in the game. That's the most basic fucking feature. In the 3DS version, World Tour, you hit the B button to rewatch your shot. But you can't even fucking do that. I'm guessing it's because it's speed golf and you're not allowed to do that in speed golf. But what about it? What if you're just doing a casual round and you get a hole in one and you want to rewatch your shot? You can't even do that. Like, how does old golfing games from way back in the day have that sort of thing? I don't get it. $400 can already get you a lot of things. It can. Maybe. I guess it depends on what you're going for. If you're going for a Pokemon card nowadays, probably won't. I didn't even check. How much money is that Dragonite card? I think the last time I talked about it on stream, it was like $110 or something. How much does that card go for now? I don't even want to know. $300? Oh, you can suck my dick. How does a used fucking card go for $300 now? Right, there's some generous people that are well, I say generous, but I use the term loosely. There's some people that are selling it for 100 or 85. I would try my luck with the 85. Cuz I don't need it. I don't need mint condition or whatever. It's not like they're mint condition on my wall anyway. I just like having them in my possession. But still, that's a lot of money for one fucking card, which is the reason why I'm very skeptical on it. Trust me, if I fucking buy that, I know what's his name will be up my ass telling me, well, you could have just bought this, this, and this, and United so much more. I will fucking punch him in the face. Oh, yeah, that's a community guideline strike. YouTube, you didn't hear anything. Courses also could be more colorful and inspired. Yeah, I do agree. There's a couple of them that look pretty cool. I mean, Bowser's course looks really good. I've been playing Alpha Sapphire and Black and White. Good games. I don't know if you're getting Diamond and Pearl Remix. We were just talking about that. You can record a recording holding the screenshot button. So you can, but that's confusing. You can record a recording holding the screenshot button. So you can, but it's stupid. Okay. Oh, that's what you mean. Never mind, I know what you mean. You're talking about the Switch. Yeah. I have done that before. Yeah, it shows you like the last 30 seconds when you did that. But that's the thing, like, you have to like be on point if you want to be able to like get the perfect video. TCG Player I know sells them for cheap, but I have mixed reviews on that. There's some people saying that website is really good, and other people are saying it's a fucking scam. And obviously, if it's 50-50, I don't know what to go with, so I'm not trying my luck with that. eBay is the one that the eBay is just flooded with people that just like, honestly, eBay should just like stop it with this fucking scalping shit. Like, scalping is literally fucking illegal, especially with like the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and shit. It's literally illegal, and they allow it. I don't know if they get any money on the fucking side or anything, much like the fake auction houses or whatever selling fucking Mario Brothers for $2 million. But what do you think about the new Mario Party? It's gonna be garbage. It looks the thing of it is, it's gonna have the same exact issue as Super Mario Party did, where yes, it'll be fun at first, but the game is gonna get old and stale very fucking quickly, and I do not find that to be worth $60. A game with that little content should be $40. Nintendo is just outright fucking scamming people without any consent whatsoever. Honestly, I would just get the Japanese cards over English cards. English cards, the price he thinks is scalping. Here's the thing with that. I would, but I'm extremely fucking stingy. Every other card on my wall is in English, so having to randomly switching over to Japanese would be very inconsistent, and my OCD would go fucking nuts. The only exception to that are the Pokepark Lottie cards from Japan and the Dragonite GBA Game Boy exclusive from Japan that were only in Japan. Those are the only cards I have because obviously they only came from Japan, so I get that. Oh yeah, and then the 5th movie card from Japan for the Lotties as well. That, like, those ones are the, like, I'll only get Japanese cards if that's like literally the only, like, if they're a Japanese exclusive. But yeah, those 4 cards I mentioned are literally like the only Japanese cards that I have. See, fucking Pokemon card collecting used to be so much fun, and now it's just a fucking headache. I already work freaking 40 hours a week, but I need a second job just to be able to pay for a Dragonite card. Fuck that. New Mario Party looks okay. It looks a little like Super Mario Party, which isn't bad, but it lacked content in the older game. That's the thing. Here, Riley. Here's the thing to add to what you said. The number of boards that were confirmed, and I'm guessing this is all of them, in Mario Party Superstars is 5. Nintendo 64 Mario Parties, especially Mario Party 2, had 6. So what's their excuse for that? 6 boards for a Nintendo 64 game versus 5 boards for a Nintendo Switch game. I just honestly don't understand. If there's like I mentioned before, if there's any sort of limitation, it certainly isn't in the hardware department. It's the budget department. Where, oh, we don't feel like spending a little bit more money on more boards. These motherfuckers will buy it anyway. We'll make a shitload. I can guarantee some people will buy this new Mario Party game, especially like parents and shit who want to play Mario Party with their kids. You know that's gonna happen. This game will sell well regardless. Even if they had 2 fucking boards, it would sell well. Tell you the truth, I'm getting the Gen 4 remake so I can travel around Sinnoh. Like I said, I may not find the Gen 4 remakes to be very good as of right now, and I think they're going to be freaking butchered. However, that is just my opinion. The real value from the $60 title comes from you. If you are personally going to have the time of your life and you're absolutely going to love the game, then it would be worth the $60. So I recommend it in that regard. If you're looking for something that's not, like, I don't know, butchered like Sword and Shield was in terms of difficulty, then I don't recommend it. It's one of those things. I looked for something more. I called this game back in February when I looked at the website. I looked at the website and said, judging by the description, it's what it said. It's faithful It said faithful recreations with Generation 8 quality of life improvements. Translation: copy paste the original game and make it easy as fuck like Sword and Shield. And that's literally what they did. With the exception of like the underground and then fixing the HM problem. Like those really the only two things that I agree that needed to be done that they did. But hey, if you like playing Gen 4 remakes and you want to play something on your Switch, especially if you want to chill in bed and have a good time and play the game or whatever and just have a good experience, it's worth $60 if you will enjoy the game. Remember that. It doesn't matter what my opinion is. If you actually love the game and you absolutely love it and you know you're going to love it no matter what, it is worth the $60 then. I can't stress that enough. Just because my opinion is very negative towards it, that's not the definitive answer. Everybody has different tastes. If this is what the kind of game that you're looking for, yeah, go for it. I'm not gonna think differently about it. You know what I mean? As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all that matters.
Am I?
Might have a sixth board that's a secret unlockable. Maybe. I mean, it would be a good idea, but I don't know. I don't just wait. Does Mario Party Superstars even have a story mode? Was that even announced? It honestly should, because I mean, if there's any Mario Party that I kind of like their story mode for, I think it's the DS. The DS had a pretty good story mode. Because you played one game of the board, and then you fought a boss afterwards. The boss was kind of easy, but at least it was there. It added a little bit more flavor to it. Thoughts on Metroid? I didn't play Dread. It was fucking amazing though. There's people complaining like, oh, who spends $60 on a side scroller? If the side scroll is fucking good, then yeah. Just because it's a side scroller doesn't make it freaking like a bad game. What about Sonic Mania? That wasn't a $60 title, but still, what about Sonic Mania? Like, is that a bad game because it's a side scroller? I retired from Mario Party series ages ago. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Super Mario Party was slightly better than 9 and 10. And that's because it didn't have the stupid go-kart mechanic, whatever the fuck you call it. The car mechanic, whatever the fuck you call it. I want Curly and Blaziken cards. Luckily for you, I don't think Curly and Blaziken cards would cost that much, so you're probably in luck with that. The only reason why that Dragonite card goes for so much is because it's an alternative art, and alternative arts go for a shitload. That's why the alternative art for the tag team Lottie cards goes for like $250 to $300 now. It used to be like $25. I got it for $25 back in early 2020. Yeah, early 2020. I got it for $25, and now it's like $300. Like, who determines that the price automatically goes up to fucking like over 1,000% over the course of a year? Copy of Gen 5 I have has both black and white. It has 4 separate save files revert. Do you have like a hacked version or something? What if that'd be pretty cool though. At least it wasn't the Mario Party Top 100. Yeah, that A lot of people are saying Mario Party Superstars is Mario Party Top 100 Take Two. I mean, they're not wrong. I mean, they do have like some fan favorite mini games in it again, but this time you actually have boards you can play on. It also has cheats. Yeah, that's definitely a hacked version then. One board, 8 characters, and the main focus of the mini games. Yep. That's Mario Party Top 100 for you. Top 100 was nothing but a holiday cash grab. Holiday cash grab? Why does it... It's funny you mentioned that because that's exactly what I thought the new Mario Party game's gonna be. A holiday freaking cash grab. Curious what you think about Metroid Dread. If there's anybody you should ask that question to, it's Stargazer, because he's a supreme Metroid fan over me. I casually know Metroid, and I've played it here and there, but he's the Metroid guy in terms of people I know. So you'd probably want his opinion on Metroid Dread. I've been telling him to get the game. He's like, oh, I want to wait till reviews. It's like, dude, I already know you're going to fucking love it. So you don't need to wait for reviews this time. Like... If there's any game I could feel comfortable with saying lack of reviews, it's probably Metroid Dread. Like I said, I'm not a super huge Metroid fan, but honestly, I'm like really thinking about getting that game. If not now, probably I want to save up money because obviously I want it. One game I might get for live streams, it'd be interesting just to play it, is Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. That was a good remake. Yeah, I got this as a Christmas gift. I played it, enjoyed it for a bit, closed it, played it again, and got bored. That's the thing. Well, that's the thing. If you just play mini games over and over again with no real like rhyme or reason to it, it just gets boring. I guess you could. I mean, the thing of it is, it's like it's a little bit different with that than like how WarioWare does it. Because with WarioWare, it's what their mini games or micro games, whatever you want to call it. They're handled way better in terms of like small bursts of excitement and whatever. They have like different. I mean, I guess it's not really a fair comparison, but it's like taking a game that's like nothing but smaller games and that's the whole game. But yeah, WarioWare is the way to do it. They did a really good job with it. I've seen 2 streams of that game and it looks difficult. Yes, one thing that I will admit is supposedly people are saying Metroid Dread is one of the harder games in the series. Where bosses will kick your ass several times until you learn their patterns. Which is kind of similar to Mega Man if you think about it, because Mega Man bosses were like that too, where they seem kind of like really overwhelming at first until you learn their patterns and their weakness. So it's obviously it's not the same because it's too different. It's not the same game, but it's a similar concept where it may take a little bit of trial and error, but it's one of those things where the unknown factor might get you killed a few times when it comes to bosses or some certain enemies or certain situations. But it's one of those things where the more you play it, the more you earn skills, and the more things you do, the better you become. And I wouldn't really call it like a full trial and error type of game, but it's one of those things where your experiences really determine how much you progress. I think about getting Dread, although I doubt it would top Fusion. Some people saying it did. Some people are saying that it did. If you are, here's one thing, Harry. If you are already a Metroid fan, like a hardcore Metroid fan, this is right up your alley. It's almost a must buy at this point. This is like taking a classic and just like making it better. I guess that I'm tired, so I couldn't think of anything else. But I don't know, it's expanding upon the classics. I guess you could probably use that as a good example. Well, I talked to Pokemon story I made. It's minor, but each region in the store has their own government. That's kind of interesting. By the way, I don't use cheats that much. I mean, you can. I mean, it's an old game. I won't. The only time I use cheats is to get a Curlia. Yeah, nice. I'm getting Dread for Christmas. Yeah, put that on your wish list, kids. Samus is back, ready to kick some ass. Oh man, you know what? That should have been on the back of the box. I don't care, Nintendo. That's all. That's an amazing slogan. I seen two of Stargazer's playthrough of Super Metroid on your channel. Yeah, Stargazer did a good job with that. I think he's gonna stick with his own channel for Let's Plays from now on. Oh, he left my team so early. I mean, he didn't really leave it, but we'll still do collabs together. Trust me. Well, I was thinking about doing Mugen with him tonight, but he wasn't around. I was gonna do like late night Mugen stream, but he's not around right now, so that would have been fun though. But yeah, well, I'll do Mugen tomorrow. I'm off the next 3 days, so I'll definitely put some Mugen on there. So I'll do one Mugen stream. I'll do Mario Odyssey again. But yeah, I'll do the I'll put up that poll as well. Like I said, I'm really gonna only do or I'm really sorry if I can't think. I'm tired. I'm really only going to purchase Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl if I have like 100 people wanting me to do it, and then I'm gonna have like an active audience on there. Because it's one of those things. It's like I don't want to waste $60, play a game I may or may not like, and then not have nobody watch it with me. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where it'd be nice to like interact with the audience. Maybe have you guys pick what starter I should use. You know what I mean? I don't know. I want to at least have. That's what I plan on doing with Pokemon Shield. Is doing things like that and being a little bit more interactive with the audience and stuff. My main problem with black and white is that it goes by way too fast. Yeah, I heard that problem too. Is that it was actually quite short. I don't remember if Diamond and Pearl was that... Actually, no. Diamond and Pearl was not short. It was actually kind of long, but for the wrong reasons. There was a lot of, like, backtracking and, like, out of the way shit, if I remember. I wonder if they'll actually patch that, or if they fix that. Or if it still has some of those issues. Because the pacing was a little wonky in that game. It wasn't bad. It was just a little slow. I mean, then again, the pacing might go a little bit faster because you have the EXP here turned on. You'll be fucking one-shotting everything by the first gym, so. I bought that for $60 even though I had the game on Wii U already because Super Mario 3D World was so much fun. I had so much fun. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Bowser's Fury is what fucking makes that game. Because, like, on its own, it's like, yeah, it's just another game sold for $60, but Bowser's Fury, like, added to it, which is like its own separate mini. It's not even really a mini game. I mean, yeah, it's not as big as the other game, but still, it's like it literally is its own separate side game. But yeah, that it's like getting two games in one, pretty much. So in reality, you're probably spending $40 on Mario 3D World and $20 on Bowser's Fury. So yeah, that's why I'm probably gonna get that, because I think that's probably the best buy. So some Pokemon take way too long to evolve. Yeah, I know one in specific that I won't say their name. I watched Mega Man, NG, and especially Pink. I should put the chat latency off. I don't know why I didn't do that, but oh well, too late. It would Pink be within 2 live stream of a Twitch channel. Pretty impressive, actually. I absolutely hated Sun and Moon's tutorial segment, by the way. An entire several school battles. I wonder if they're gonna have. I wonder if they're gonna have a tutorial segment in Diamond and Pearl. Oh my god! Just imagine. Don't walk through tall grass. Pokémon inside. Navigate through menus with A button. Imagine if what's next? What's next for Generation 9? We're just gonna have it's gonna be so much hand holding that you lose the gym battle, but the fucking gym leader gives the badge anyway. Wait, didn't that actually happen in the anime? I think it did for like I know there was an anime episode based on that where Ash lost and he got the badge anyway. I know for a fact that's got to be an episode. Here's how to catch a Pokemon. Yeah, they'll be telling you to do that when you're on your like 7th gym. It's like, oh wait, I forgot to teach you how to catch a Pokemon. Why don't I tell you right now? And the one of the options is nah, I'm good, thank you. And then the person asking you will be like, but I really think you should know. Wasn't that Price? It might have been. I just don't. It's been a long time since I thought of the early anime, but I thought that was a thing. I'm not a hardcore fan per se, but I love Zero Mission Infusion, so I'll give it a try. If you like oh, god damn it. If you like 2D action platformers like Metroid, it's recommended. It's pretty much one of those, but with a little added flavor to it. The only thing I will recommend before you purchase it is there is a feature where you can learn how to parry or counter things. That move is essential to progress in terms of like not getting your ass kicked. You don't need to be like a master with it, but it will save your life more often than not if you learn that mechanic. So just letting you know. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, there is like a parry/counter system in Metroid Dread that it's essential to learn and to get good at. There was an episode 2 where Ash beat a gym leader, but the leader's son refuses to let him have the badge. Oh, I shouldn't lose. Price forfeited the battle. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Still, maybe I'm wrong about the anime, but still, like, soon enough that'll be it. There'll be so much hand holding that the game will fucking beat itself. Now that I think about it, didn't Sony patent a thing where you can like literally have a bot beat the game for you or beat a part of the game for you? I think that's an actual patent they trademarked. It's one of those things where you can have like some sort of like AI either look up walkthroughs for you or flat out just beat the game for you. I mean, Pokemon games are pretty much going to be like that at this point. Either that, or Generation 9 is going to be free to start with fucking microtransactions. Yeah, by the way, I mean, I'm not going to mention his name because I'm not that kind of person, but if you're somehow listening to this stream, think about this. If Generation 9 is, or somehow, a free-to-play game, and it has microtransactions in it, you are the fucking reason why. You and everybody else who spent money on Unite is the reason why the franchise has gone down that dark black hole that they'll never come out of. Wouldn't even surprise me if that's what they do. One of these days they'll make a generation game that's fucking free to play and then monetize it. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't think that they're gonna you don't think they would do it because it's supposed to be a kids game, but what is fucking Pokemon Unite then? It's on the Nintendo Switch. It counts as a Switch title. I don't care if mainly it's supposed to be a mobile game, but it's on the Switch, available for download. As a side note, why don't we talk about this funny article that I read about some guy, I forget his name, but he was defending FIFA, like one of like the directors or something. First of all, he said that children should not be spending money in FIFA at all, even though before there were articles saying that this parental controls and all this other shit. I mean, kids shouldn't be spending money in FIFA, but it's rated 3 and up. So wonder why that seems to contradict what you're fucking saying now if you don't think that kids should be spending money or playing that mode. And another thing too is the loot boxes in FIFA are the equivalent of actual football teams buying players for their team. Let me say that again. If you're buying shit for FIFA Ultimate Team and you're earning players, it is the same equivalent to real life football teams buying players for their team. Last time I checked, I don't think any of these football teams have to open up card packs to get players that they want. And the last thing, every time there was some sort of thing, any certain time there was any sort of question about people being addicted and spending a shitload of money in the game, he always derailed and said, nine out of 10 people only buy FIFA packs with coins, not real money. If you're so gung-ho and emphasize that statistic so much, if you're so embedded on the 9 out of 10 people do not spend money on FIFA Ultimate Team, and you're really trying to put that as your main argument, then why the fuck are the option to pay for loot boxes even in the game to begin with? That kind of derails your entire theory. You can't shove not everybody spends. In fact, basically nobody spends. It's not really a big deal. Well, if it's not a big deal, then just take the fucking loot boxes out then. I mean, if they're not a big deal, you don't need them then. Because you just said they're not a big deal at all. So what you're telling me is you don't really need the paid loot boxes anymore. Because it's not a big deal. So why do you still have it again? I'm guessing that 1 out of 10 people who do spend money are the people you're actually looking for, if that's the case. And that's the reason why you have them in there. Oh, EA, you're so fucking stupid. It's a shame that Pokemon Company's going to be starting to beat you to it very soon. All right. Anything else? I think I've rambled on for enough for one day. But to recap, Diamond and Pearl Remakes, is unfortunate that they added the really easy fucking mechanics in freaking from Sword and Shield in there, EXP share, freaking telling you what move to use and not use. the infinite amount of switching that you can do with the storage system, that with no limitations as far as I know. So there's literally no challenge whatsoever. So you could probably beat the game with your fucking eyes closed. But then the Pokemon Unite speaks for itself. So many people defending this shit. Even like some people are iffy with the $40 Ninetales skin. There are a lot of people that are. But then there's some dumbasses like this person here. I don't even want to call him my friend anymore. Just some acquaintance I have on Discord who's pretty much defending why it is okay to buy a $40 skin and why it should be in the game. When do we gonna draw the line here? We already have fucking loot boxes. We already have battle passes that are overpriced. We already have freaking pay-to-win elements. And adding fucking 3 maxed out fucking item enhancers does not fix the problem because there's like 20 fucking items in the game. Shove it. And then having skins in Pokemon be so overpriced and shit. Dragonite, Latios, Latias, if you can hear me, you better not fucking appear in Pokemon Unite, I swear. Don't you betray me. Don't do it. And also, Legends Arceus, the only thing that I'm fearing right now, speaking of Dragonite, I really hope that there's no, like, Hisuian form, and I really hope Dragonair does not evolve into something else. Because that is my biggest fear right now. Already Scyther already now evolves into freaking Cleaver or whatever the fuck his name is, and Scizor probably won't even be in the game, let's be real. But all I can say is that I dread the day that they change Dragonite. It's eventually going to happen, whether he gets this brand new, like, Hisuian form or Dragonair evolves into an entirely different species, and Dragonite is just outright fucking obsolete at that point. Eventually it'll happen, but whatever. It is what it is, I suppose. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But that is the least of my worries. That's just... Obviously, Dragonite ain't going anywhere, even if that does happen. But just more importantly, don't appear and Unite. I swear to God, I will lose my shit. And you won't like it when I lose my shit. You know, not them that will betray you, it would be the developers. Very true. Very true. I mean, let's be real. Dragonite ain't popular enough to be in Pokemon Unite. Which is kind of nice. You know what? Being like a very obscure Pokemon that barely does... Well, actually, no. He's not that obscure. He's in the gray area. He's not obscure enough to be like randomly in shit, but he's not overpopular that he has to be in everything. So he's in that nice gray area. Which is... I'm guessing that's the reason why he doesn't have a new form as of now. Like, no Mega, no Gigantamax, no nothing. Which is kind of nice, actually. So he's just, because of his slight popularity, but also obscurity, that makes him not important enough to get, or not too important to get a form. So that's cool. Cranky Kong the Boomer. Oh, I thought you were calling me a boomer. I mean, I guess I am. I played Pokemon Yellow when I was freaking 6 years old or 7 years old, so it's like I was around when that game first released. I played it on my purple Game Boy. Actually, my purple Game Boy Color must be. I wonder if there's anyone that'll take the Cranky Kong challenge and for Diamond and Pearl Remakes where you can just beat the game in one life in under an hour. You can beat the entire thing with no Pokemon fading and beat the entire game in under an hour because of how easy it is. Actually, no, you probably wouldn't because it'd be the tutorials would probably take an hour alone. There would no way to skip them. It's just a shame that I was right about the Diamond and Pearl remakes. I was really hoping I wasn't right about that, but they fucking did it anyway. It's like, great, yeah, quality of life improvements. I don't see what quality there is when you add an item I don't want in it and I can't turn it off. That's not really quality. That's butchering. But it is almost midnight. I think I'm about ready to hit the sack because I worked I think I worked like 10 hours. I don't know what's I don't know when I punched out. What 9:20 to like 8:30? Oh, that's like 11 hours. But but yeah. Anything else before I move on? I mean, if you got anything else to say about any of the Pokemon games or whatever, or in general, just let me know. Because I do like reading the comments and whatever, so it's fun. It's actually fun doing one of these just relaxing streams and just talk about shit. I'm hoping I can come up with a more positive topic soon, because I hate being a freaking pessimistic piece of shit. But it's just a lot of things that just I don't like where things are heading. I really don't. Like Unite fucking scares me just because it's just if this type of thing does well, then it just paints a bad future for all upcoming shit for Pokemon. Legends Arceus is still the thing. The only thing I'm worried about Legends Arceus is if they change Dragonite or if they change Dragonair. That's really the only thing I'm worried about. But other than that, I think the game looks pretty good so far. So, and no, it doesn't have, like I said before, it does not have to be open world to be good. It can still be good regardless. I still think the concept of the game is really good. Now I'm worried that I'll be like cranky when I get old. I mean, everybody will, eventually. I mean, some people call me friggin' ancient or whatever. I mean, I guess if you grew up in a time where there was no internet, then you're considered just a really, really old person. Yeah, back in my day, we dealt with real bullies, not cyberbullies. Real bullies were worse. Yeah, you thought you got your feelings hurt on Twitter? Yeah, you didn't get punched in the face. That's one thing. Well, nice. That's why well, maybe unless they dox you, but that's a different story. But if they're just insulting you, they can't fucking harm you unless you let them. Wasn't the Ralts line confirmed via trailers? Maybe. I can look on Cerebi if they see if they have anything though. They might have a Dex list as of right now. That's a yes according to this. So yeah, you might be in luck. It would be interesting to see. I mean, Dragonite was in the game, so like in post game, it'd be kind of douchey if they took him out. I mean, he better be in the game. I mean, they fucked him up in Sword and Shield, and he hasn't been in any other game besides Let's Go. So it's kind of, it'd be nice. I don't think they're gonna have like all Pokemon from Gens 1 through 4 though. I don't see that being a thing. Oh, for Legends Arceus. Oh, I have no idea. What I looked up was not Legends Arceus, it was Diamond and Pearl. Legends are Is your birthday in January or February? Because that actually would be the perfect time then to get it. So 4 likes. I had a fun time. Actually, how many people did we have at one point? Like 13 or something? 12? Yeah, about 13 it looks like. That's awesome. That was fun. But if anyone who is still here, let me just remind you how thankful I am that I have a community who just likes to sit here and have a good time, talk or whatever. Just I do apologize once again if I sound pessimistic or whatever. I mean, if you like listen to someone ramble, I suppose, well that's a good thing. But with all the bitching I'm doing, you'd swear I am a hater of Pokemon, but I'm really not. It's one of those things where I swear like back then the franchise was good, and I don't know, maybe I was too young to really notice the difference, but I guess me being the boomer that I am, I guess now I can see things a little bit clearer, and I just don't like it. Because I mean, yeah, I guess supposedly I could just suck it up and have some sort of fun, but it's one of those things. It's like I don't know, it just doesn't seem like enough to me. Maybe I'm being too selfish. Maybe I'm asking for too much. But I'm pretty sure that I would have some sort of fun if I played Diamond and Pearl. That's the thing. I would. It's not like I would be fucking disgusted or aggravated the entire time. That's a lie. If there's anything if there's anything I can say that Pokemon has any sort of consistency of, is that there is sort of some sort of entertainment regardless of the game. May not be like the most exciting game ever, but there is some level of enjoyment with all the titles. So Diamond and Pearl remakes will have enjoyment as well. I mean, especially if you like the center region. For me personally, though, I don't like spending $60 on something that I think is literally the same thing as what I had before. But a little bit of things here and there, and then they have and other things that I don't care about. But that's will it be the biggest drastic difference though? No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But who's to say I can't just watch another walkthrough on YouTube again if I want to get the gist of it? You know what I mean? Saves me money. I just. Well, that is all for me. I'm gonna head off. It's been a while. I forget how long it's been, but yeah. I appreciate every single one of you who have joined here. I appreciate anybody who has subscribed already. Like I said before. Yes, I guess people could just promote it and say, oh, if you haven't subscribed yet, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. What my thing is I appreciate all of those who have watched. I appreciate all those who liked. I appreciate all of those who have subscribed already. I mean, especially that, because I like the community I've built so far. Especially you guys. You guys are the most important part. Because obviously I wouldn't be making any sort of videos if it weren't for you. So... So, it's much appreciated. I don't know if YouTubers ever do that enough. They really should. Some people should really just take the time. It's like, hey, you already subscribed? Thank you. Your support means everything. Which it does. Definitely does. I don't want that just to be like a copy-paste thing I fucking say every day. I want that to like literally be like a thing that people should like understand that I feel. So... Mugen will be later on this week. Maybe tomorrow, if I feel like it. I don't know, I might sleep in. And then Mario Odyssey again. Since I finally fixed OBS, I can finally do OBS and not have a mic be shitty. So yay! I'm looking forward to doing more Mario Odyssey, because that game is a hell of a time. Every single time. Alright. I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye.